Hey, how's it going? Today is day 20 of my 100-day challenge, and I am so excited to be here with you. Today, I am talking about failure. What? Yes, I said it. I'm going to talk about failure, and not just about failure. I'm going to talk about celebrating your failure and celebrating your fails. Shifting the way that we think about failure, right? For some reason, for a lot of us, myself included, failure and failing and any type of the word fail always had so much weight behind it. It was something that I wanted to avoid at all costs. Like I was so afraid to fail that I wouldn't take any risks because I didn't want to look bad. And why is it that we are so afraid to fail? Why is it that we are afraid to talk about failure? Why is it that we are afraid to try something new and to look bad? It makes no sense at all. So I want to shift the way that we think about failure. I want to encourage you to celebrate your failure and literally celebrate, like cheer out loud. And let it be something that you're excited about, because that means that you took a risk. That means that you tried something different. That means that you are learning something, or you are just about to learn something if you keep going. So I've got 3 main reasons why I think that we should all change the way that we see failure and start celebrating our failures. So first off, I used to take improv class before COVID was going on. And if you have ever taken an improv class, or maybe you haven't, but you know that it can be a little bit scary. It's kind of like this. You're live, you're thinking on your feet, and there's a lot of connection. So there is a lot of pressure in improv. And I went to this improv studio, and when someone would quote unquote mess up, the way that we the action that we took after somebody would mess up is we would applaud that mess up. Instead of that person, the instinct actually when somebody would mess up was to squelch themselves and to cower their shoulders and to go inward and to feel bad. And do you think that that is going to make them a better improver? Do you think that that is going to make them a better version of themselves? Do you think they're more likely to take a risk next time? No, absolutely not. All of those things make you feel bad about yourself. So we would applaud our mess ups. We would applaud our failures so that it was fun. Isn't that so crazy? And just by applauding them, you actually would look forward to messing up. And it just was such a subtle shift, but it made such a huge difference. We didn't feel so bad about ourselves. Why should we feel bad about ourselves for messing up? Why should we feel bad about ourselves for trying something new, for taking a risk? That is a good thing. We should celebrate that. So, like my improv class, anytime that you are learning something new, which I hope you're always learning something new because that's how you grow. Anytime that you are learning something new and you get to a point where you mess up or things don't work out the way that you thought, I want you to celebrate that. I want you to post it to Facebook or call your boyfriend, call your best friend and say, I failed. I am a big failure. Because you know what? That will encourage other people to do the same. If you have a good outlook on failure, it's fun. It feels good to have fun, and it'll encourage other people to see failure as a good thing as well. And we all could use a little bit of shift on the word and idea of failing. So the second thing is Sara Blakely. So for some of you that might know, Sara Blakely is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and just an amazing woman. She was the creator and designer of Spanx. So she saw a need in the market and she created this product, Spanx. It's for women. And she talks about growing up, the same concept. Growing up, her dad, every single night at the dinner table, her dad would ask her, so what did you fail at today? And they would go around and they would talk about what they failed at. And if they didn't fail at something, then they would talk about opportunities to fail, or they would talk about something that they learned. But the emphasis was on failure. So that way that failure wasn't so scary for them. So that way it was open, it was out, it didn't have that weight. I wish that my family had done that because, like I said, failure to me was always such a heavy thing. And it was something that I was like very at arm's distance. I didn't want to face, I didn't want to look bad. But if you could talk about your failures every single day as if they are a good thing, because they are a good thing, you have to fail to get to the next step, right? You have to fail to grow. So if we are talking about our failures every single day, if we make it our mission, our goal to fail every single day, imagine where you will be in a year. Just imagine. You will have learned so many things. Even in the last week, I have been working on a new thing that I know nothing about, and I have failed every single day. And I could be like, oh my gosh, I feel terrible about this because I don't know this. But no, I don't know this because I've never done it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's a good thing. I'm failing, which means that I get an opportunity to learn something new so that I can get past that failure, so that I can grow and fail at the next level, right? So that is my second thing. My third thing is mindset. It is a book by Carol Dweck. And she talks about having a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. So everybody has either a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. The difference is people with a fixed mindset think that their intelligence or their skill or their talent, their abilities, that they only have a certain amount of talent or abilities, that they have a peak and they can't do anything to get better at those things. And a growth mindset, on the other hand, is that your potential is limitless, that you grow by challenging yourself and you get better through effort, through discipline, through action. So, like I said, growing up, I had a fixed mindset. If I was naturally good at something, I was like, okay, perfect. I'm good at softball. This is something that I'm good at. And if I'm not good at this, then that just means I'm not good at that. How many times, I can't tell you how many times people have told me, oh, I'm not a runner, or oh, I'm not good at that. That doesn't mean anything. You can be good at whatever you want if you put enough hard work, enough effort into it. And you have to fail. You have to try. You have to keep going. But making that subtle shift and understanding and believing that you can do anything that you want, you can grow and get better at anything that you want if you just keep consistent and keep with hard work and effort. That's huge. When I learned that, it blew my mind. I did not realize that that was a thing. I was capping myself out at a certain level, but that's not how it works. So whatever it is you want, you can get there. You just have to put in the time and put in the energy. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. A growth mindset does not mean that it's going to be easy. You have to work for it. You have to fail. That success that you want in whatever aspect it is you want, whether it's to be a runner, maybe you're running a Boston Marathon, maybe you're a business person and you want better sales, whatever it is, that success is on the other side of failure. And the more that you fail, the better you will get at that thing. Your level of success will always grow and grow and grow as you fail and fail and fail. So, change your perception of failure. Celebrate your failures. I would love to hear something that you failed at today. I will tell you, I told you yesterday that I had 2 people unfollow me, and that's a fail. People didn't like me, but I'm showing up as myself and I'm loving who I'm showing up as. And people didn't like me, and that is a fail, but that just means that I'm going to find more people that do like me and do want to be a part of my journey and want this inspiration and want to grow with me. So whatever it is, think about your fails and freaking love them, because that is you growing. That is you getting better. That is you taking steps toward becoming a better version of yourself. Keep showing up for yourself every single day. Remember, if you do every single day, there is nowhere that you can go but up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me If you would like a deeper dive, you can head over to my website, showuptogoup.com. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.